Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I've just reviewed this awesome Wehrmacht, I think, Mountain Division World War II German soldier set by Joy Toy, and these are really nice. I'm now going to review their brothers, which is the Wehrmacht, not Mountain Division. So maybe someone can correct my pronunciation sometime. So here we are, the other set they just released of 5 World War II German troopers. And these look fantastic as well. Very, very nice looking. So let me crack this open. The tape is stuck. Okay, here we go. No, it's coming off in bits and pieces. Come on, tape. Behave yourself. Okay, one part. Is that 2 parts? And we're nearly there. And there's still a bit more that's just not wanting to come off. Here we go. Okay. And I love the way they package this. So nice. So we have the figures here and the accessories here. So this one, different accessories, which is nice. Different to the other set. So we have 3 of these nice looking or 2 I should say, nice looking rifles, and then 1 which appears to be the same with a scope. Nice coloring. We have a different looking gun, like a machine gun, like maybe, not quite sure on that. Maybe it's the name of these guns. We have one of these guns again, one of these machine guns, the sort of typical World War II German machine gun you see, and the stock does come out, which is a nice feature. And I think the stock is a tad long for these figures. You can see that in my other review, which will be in just the videos. We have an ammunition box, so it's hollow. We have a stand. We have an ammunition belt. And we have this big bad boy heavy machine gun here, which we'll look at in a moment. And then we have accessories, which should be joints, maybe different hats, and maybe stick grenades perhaps. Let's have a look. That's what it was with the other box set. So we have, let's have a look. So we have the commander's hat, which is awesome. 2 more soft hats, which as opposed to helmets. 3 stick grenades, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spare joints, and we have 2 spare right hands, 2 spare left hands. Okay, let's put those back. The figures hold the grenades well. You can see that. Don't lose anything. You can see that in the previous video, which I put up just videos a moment ago. I will put everything back apart from the commander's hat. And maybe I'll keep the other soft hat out as well. Okay, so let's look at the accessories. So, how do I build this machine gun? So let me see. There is a hole here. So I'm assuming that goes on there. There is a little clip there. So I'm assuming that goes in there. I don't want to break this. I see. It's a sit down. It's like a sit down jobby. But that's not very. Oh, and it rotates. It goes up and down. That's awesome. So it looks like someone sits down, puts their feet there, and their hands hold the gun. So I'll see if someone can hold that a bit later. Where does the, okay, and we have a little hole here for the ammo to go in. And we have a little hole on the box as well. But you can see that the ammo's too stiff, needs to be softened up or bent slightly. So everything can sit flush and flat. But it is nice looking, I do like that a lot. Okay, this just tells you what materials and to be careful and to heat up if changing joints, and it shows you the figures posed very nicely. Let's have a look at the figures. With the other set, there are different sculpts. This would appear to be different sculpts as well, because they don't have the open mouth head sculpt. So we have 5 guns, 5 figures, and the commander has a sidearm already. They look so good. The helmets are soft, rubbery material, so they are easy to put on and off. Stands up straight out the box. Well, they all stand up out the box. He's going to fall over. Okay, easy. And the other ones had, if I remember rightly, knives. Maybe I'm just making it up and have a look in a second. So apart from a couple of coloration differences, the boots appear to be different too. Very, very nice to stick his commander's hat on. There we go. Great looking tools already, not even posed and with not even their weapons. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the other ones. So these guys have knives that come out. What do these guys have? They have nothing that comes out that I can tell from inspecting, but that's okay, they look the part. Let's check out their articulation and we'll compare to the others. Now, with the commander, he will get worse, or not as good, I should say. He'll have the worst. He'll have not as good shoulder articulation as the troops because of his jacket. So you go up and he gets like about flat, about 180. Whereas the troopers have a slightly different sculpt on their jacket and their hands. Their shoulders go over 180. So there's a small difference there. Okay, so barbell joint, so ball in the neck, ball into the head, left, right, up, down, side to side, very, very good. Bicep bend should be pretty good. He gets the minimum wanted 90 degrees. Troopers are slightly better on the other set. Let's look on this set. Yeah, look at that. He gets over 90 degrees on both hands, so slightly better. Hand articulation, he has like this on both hands. This trooper has gun articulation on his wrist on that hand and this on the left hand. This one is this on both hands. This one is this on both hands again. As is this one. Interesting. So only one has the gun articulation. Let me look at the other right hands in here. I can see that that right hand isn't gun articulation and that right hand isn't made for holding a gun. Have a look at this left hand, because maybe one of them's going to be left-handed. And this one, again, is the normal articulation here. Okay, so let's equip these up. Now, if you didn't see my other video, he does have a gun inside his sidearm. It's a little, it's got a proper inside sort of clip, so it's a bit, there we go. A bit tight, difficult to put back, but quite easy to open up. And he holds his gun, he's got the same hand. Very, very well. Joy Toy figures do hold their guns some of the best. Now, my only gripe with the Joy Toy guns is that they don't have the drilled barrels. Oi! Okay, nearly lost the gun there. Tried to jump onto my chair. I prefer it to fall on the floor because the floor's white, so it's really easy to see anything that's sort of dark, you know. And his finger fits really, really well. In the trigger guard there. Okay, so there's one. Okay, this is the guy with the gun articulation, so yeah. Maybe I'll give him this one here, which is really almost impossible to hold if you've got the stock in the gun, or very difficult to hold. Stock's long, so it's quite hard for him to get it into his shoulder, then hold the gun with the other hand. He's like, you can't reach. Whereas a shorter stock would be easier, or if you take the stock out, now it becomes a lot easier to do. He can bend his arm more, get it back more. And hold the gun like a proper machine gun. Okay, let's see how these guys hold. I will do this rifle, and then we can try this machine gun here, and I'll try one on that, the bigger machine gun they came with. Now this sort of without a handle sort of rifles are quite difficult for action figures to hold. Generally speaking, let's see how he does here. So yeah, he's going to struggle a bit on this. He'll get a nice pose with it if I'm doing it, you know, not in a sort of a shooting pose. Well, you know what, I'll sling it over his shoulder instead. He can be the pacifist in the group. I will not aim this gun at anybody. Alright, so this guy's got different wrist articulation, maybe slightly easier. Let's have a look. Because I really want the stock to be in the shoulder. Oh. That is next to impossible to do that with him holding the trigger in the right place. Just when you get there, it sort of pops out the hand again. It's like, oh, so close, yet so far. Now, if he's not got it into his shoulder, then he can do it quite nicely. I just realised into the hip articulation. I need to do that in a second. Okay, this guy will hold the same because the sort of machine gun here. Let's have a look. So it's got a handle on top. The handle on top. Let's have a look how easily they hold that handle because it looks a bit thin. Just really change the hands over for that as well because this is like a tree hand. You know what? I won't change it now. Okay, let's see how he holds this one. He gets his finger really nicely into that sort of trigger position there. But it's getting the other hand across is the hard part. Nice, let go there again. Come on, come on, come on. Not bad. You can do that pretty well. Great looking figures. Okay, now if I go back to my commander and to this guy here, don't lose that gun. Okay, so they have a waist, so side to side, forwards, forwards, turn, turn. That's a trunk and a waist twist, which is great. Legs, the sculpt in the jacket, even though it's quite soft, will still get in the way. They have a thigh twist, forwards, backwards. Pretty good in this guy considering. Double kneecap. Look at that. What a great bend. On the feet, they get a really good tippy toe. The dorsal flexation, the Michael Jackson, is not great, but it's all right. There is no turn, but there is a swivel side to side. Okay, let me put his pistol back in its holster before I lose that. And the hard part is putting that little clip back in again, so it's quite tiny and my fingers are quite fat. Is that in? Close enough. Okay, on the trooper. So, same with the waist. Legs not as far. Forwards, backwards, maybe is slightly better. Double kneecap, again, really, really tight. Thigh twist as well. The feet, same, really good tippy toe. His dorsal flexation appears to be quite a bit better than the commander. On his left foot is right. I've just realised something. This guy hasn't got a painted boot on the bottom half. I shall be contacting Joy2 about that. So he gets really good on his left leg and not quite good on his right leg, and his right leg's not painted anyway. So I will be contacting Joy2 about that. I just thought, wait a minute, that's a bit strange. Let's get his gun off a second. This one here, how does this... In fact, let me look on the... No, the box doesn't show. Where is the... Paperwork doesn't show with this gun, so I'm assuming how's he going to get onto that? That can't be a seat. It can't be like that. He's going to hold it. I am a bit confused about that. I would have to look online for some pictures and see how that's done or how they've set that up. Maybe it's a little seat for his butt. It seems a bit small for a butt seat. The hands have some give give. I prefer slightly more rubbery. Yeah, it's gonna be like so heavy it can't be a seat. I prefer slightly more rubbery so they can hold things better. But they are decent. I have to figure that out later or look at online for some pictures. But this is a great set. Really, really nice. Another win by Joy Toy, with the exception of my unpainted boot here. Right, let's get them set up and then I will close this review so you guys can go off and do what you need to do, like buy toys. Fantastic set. So I've now got 10 German soldiers. I've got 2 1/18 scale tanks, which I'll be reviewing next. So do stay tuned for those coming very soon. Probably tomorrow I'll start one and do the one the day after. Rephrase that, I'll do one straight away now, but I won't publish it the day after, so you've got to wait. Fantastic looking set. Again, this gun is confusing me a little bit. Maybe it's like that. Could be like that, but then why are the feet pedals there? I'm not quite sure. Great looking set, definitely worth picking up. And you see that they obviously match well with their cousins, their brothers here. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys, and I am signing out saying please like, share, and subscribe. And do check out my other videos. I've got like coming on 600 or soon I'll have 600 videos. So lots of content for you guys to see. Stay tuned, stay happy, check out my videos, keep collecting. Bye-bye.